Welcome. I'm Nancy Russo of Creatives Roundtable. I'm very excited to have Julbert Abraham join us today to teach about LinkedIn Sales Navigator. We've been talking about it for quite a bit. For those of you who are new here, the Creatives Roundtable offers small group coaching and accountability where we meet monthly online in very small groups of people to help with the business side of your creative business by breaking your goals into bite-sized tasks that are manageable, talking through hot topics, and getting feedback from one another. Members get free perks such as these events, our new co-working focus sessions, happy hour, and our active Slack community. Registration for our groups opens on November 15th for a January start. If you're interested, you can put your applications in now. Besides the groups, we have a Slack community membership that gives you 50% off for these events. Our next event is November 8th, Tiny Tech Hacks to Amplify Your Effectiveness and Get Shit Done. Upcoming, we also have Building the Brand Trifecta, Using Atomic Habits to Make Your Creative Business Soar, How to Grow Your Business in a Down Economy, and a Client Agreement, AKA contract that works for you. We'll be adding you to our email list so you can hear about our other events. You can certainly unsubscribe if you are not interested. Please keep yourself on mute. If you have something to say, raise your digital hand and we will call on you. I'm happy to introduce Julbert Abraham, AKA the LinkedIn Guy. He's the founder of AGM, a New Jersey-based LinkedIn training firm, author of the book 7 Steps to 7 Figures Using LinkedIn, host of the Small Biz Tips, where he interviewed founders of some of America's fastest growing companies. Julbert and his team have worked with over 700 companies on 4 continents, and now he's working with us. Take it away, Julbert.
Thank you for having me, Nancy. Hello, everyone. If you can hear me, type yes in the chat or give me like a thumbs up or something. Awesome. Fantastic. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I'm going to share my screen to get the ball rolling. Can you guys see the screen as well? Fantastic. I love it. You guys are coachable. I love this. All right. So to get the ball started, how many of you actually are using LinkedIn every day? If you're using LinkedIn every day, I see one hand going up. Okay, good. So we got a couple people using it. Okay, good, good, good. Awesome. I get some yes in the chat. All right. So since we're an intimate group, before I start, I'm curious to kind of hear from each of you. What would you like to learn in this masterclass? So your name, what you do, and then one thing you would like to learn in this masterclass. I'll start with Yamilka.
I'm Yamilka, and I connect creative directors with storyboard artists, illustrators, and that's what I do out in New Jersey. And what would I like to learn in this masterclass is how to get rid of the fear of, sort of putting myself out there. That's the one thing I struggle with. It's just always, knowing what to post, how to post it, when to post it, who to like, what not to like, what to share, reshare, what to say, etc. That's a lot to cover.
Awesome. I got some things that can help you. So I'll cover some of those. Good. Next, Kara.
Which one?
Oh, there's 2 of you guys. Well, you could go Kara.
Hi, I'm Kara Lustig. It's very unusual to have another Kara in the room. So hi, other Kara. I am a copywriter that specializes in branding and live events. And what I would really love to learn is how to reach out and target the right people and how to effectively approach them rather than just be like, hi, I'm a copywriter.
Awesome. Good, good. Actually, when we're going to do the Sales Navigator piece, I definitely want you to pop up and kind of share who are the right people you want to target. And then we can kind of go live and do them together. And then I kind of walk you on ways that you can start conversations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Kara Capizzi.
Hi, I'm Kara Capizzi. I'm a graphic designer, do branding for events and design for marketing materials. What Kara said resonates with me a lot. I just don't know much about the Sales Navigator tool, so I was curious to learn more about it as well.
Fantastic. Welcome. Next, Vanessa.
My name is Vanessa Matthew, and I'm a brand strategist for service brands, in particular, and organizations. And I'm also curious about the Sales Navigator as well as better ways to connect with individuals who I don't already know and build those connections.
Awesome. Welcome, Amy.
My name's Amy Park. I do packaging design, so graphic design for food businesses and other small CPG companies. And I'm along the same lines as other people. I think just understanding how to use Sales Navigator and how to target the right people.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. We'll go through that. Christine.
Sorry, I'm here. Christine Rains, graphic designer. I'm in Portland. That's why it's 8:30 in the morning. Same with what everyone else said. I mean, who to target.
Okay, good. How many people here that I haven't called on yet? That's the same thing. Okay, good. All right. Awesome, cool. So is it okay if I just dive into the presentation? All right, let's do that. Fantastic. Oh, we have one person that uses Sales Nav. That's good. Let's see, move this down. There we go. All right. So this is for entrepreneurs, marketers, consultants, coaches, and creatives. So all of us. What we'll do first, I'll talk a little bit about the foundation, right? Somebody mentioned about posting, what to post, how to post. I'm going to go a little bit more detail into that. Then I'm going to go deep into Sales Navigator. It's who, not how, and really map it out for some of you guys so you guys can have a really good understanding of it. And then I'm going to talk about other ways that you can get massive exposure as you grow the business. So these are our 3 things that we're going to cover today. Before I start, just a little bit about me. If you never met me before, name is Julbert, originally from Haiti. I've been in the States for 24 years now. I started this company 9 years ago. And all we do is solely focused on LinkedIn, from LinkedIn marketing, LinkedIn training, and LinkedIn advertising. So this is me here training. Right before the pandemic, I used to do a lot of these all over the country. This was in Orlando, Florida, working with a group of entrepreneurs, figuring out how they can use LinkedIn better. All right. And this is my why. On the left, this is the boss. In the back, that's my wife. She basically... She runs my life, so she's the boss. Don't tell her I said that though. And on the right is my mom and my 2 sisters. They're my other bosses. So I have 4 bosses. They also run my life. All right. And I'm originally from Haiti, been in the States for 24 years, selected as Jersey's top 40 under 40, feature in a few different publications. I have an MBA. I'm also adjunct professor at Broward College. And I have also a program where I mentor and teach people how to start their own LinkedIn consulting business, since I've been doing this for 9 years. So with that said, these are some of the clients we work with, from NYU to USC, to banks, to financial service firms, to construction companies. We've been fortunate to work with a lot of different companies in a lot of different industries over the years. So to get the ball started, what I like to do is start by, how many people ever Google themselves before here? Okay, good. Because I know there's a lot of creatives. So when you're doing amazing work for your clients, they'll share what you do with their friends and colleagues. And before that person sometimes even reached out to you, what they'll do is they're going to go on Google and they're going to Google your name, right? Just like I'll Google my name right now. And normally, if your LinkedIn is optimized the right way, the first thing that pops up is your LinkedIn profile, right? Your website is on there as well, and any video content that you do. But this is very important because LinkedIn has a great relationship with Google. So with that said, a lot of people don't realize this, but because of that, right, it creates an opportunity where you can really build out your LinkedIn account and get it fully optimized, where some of your content even shows on Google when people do searches. All right. And also, the more reason that a lot of people using LinkedIn is because of the targeting, the type of people you get in front of, right? With 850 plus million people around the world that's used this platform, 191 million in the US, 19 million in Canada, right? 6 million in Saudi Arabia. All of you guys that are creatives, that create an opportunity where you can do business, not just in the US, but anywhere around the world. So think about your business right now, from being a copywriter to being a brand strategist to being a creative designer. You're not only limited to the US, you can connect and build relationship create opportunities for your business everywhere around the globe. And that's how we're able to get clients in Australia, in Belgium, in the UK, in the Caribbean islands, basically by leveraging LinkedIn. We even had a client in Hong Kong and India and Indonesia. All that came from by leveraging LinkedIn and building the right collaboration and partnership, which is one thing I'm going to really talk about today. And as we all know, LinkedIn is considered as one of the most trusted social media platform right now. So when you first getting started with it, even though you've been using it here and there, here is what I normally recommend. To start first, you want to build your foundation. So what exactly does that mean, right? You want to first develop your action plan before using LinkedIn. A lot of people just go in there and start connecting with people and don't really have a plan. Make sure you have a plan. And the plan starts by understanding who, what, why, where, and really figure out what's going to be my strategy. Am I going to focus on just educating that audience? Am I going to focus on just doing direct outreach to get in front of them? Am I going to focus on ways that I could collaborate and find ways that we can refer business to each other? So do that first, figure out the plan. Then the next step is optimize your LinkedIn profile. And I'll go through that in a second. And then after that, you want to create your content database. That is by far one of the easiest, simplest way to stay top of mind with that audience that you're going to build. When you're using a tool like Sales Navigator, there's a lot of contacts. You don't need everybody. You just need to start with a small group that you can build this relationship with, but you also got to stay top of mind with those audiences. So I'm going to show you how you can use content database and different tools to allow you to really stay top of mind. And you also want to be able to tell stories on how and why you do what you do. So folks that are copywriters in these groups, you guys are going to be able to do that extremely well. And everybody else be able to share case studies, testimonials, and tips, a really good way that people can remember you and you could stay top of mind so that you can bring in those businesses. So let's start with the profile first. I'm pretty sure all of you guys got your profile done, right? Every profile here is top notch, 100%. Fantastic. I love it. So I want to cover two things with the profile. One, make sure you have a feature section set up. So if you have your feature section, I didn't look at any of you guys' profile, but I'm assuming everybody has one, correct? Could let me know. Yeah, perfect. All right. And then the second thing is the about section. And the about section, make sure you highlight some of the what you do and some of the problem that you solve so that people are able to really know how to connect with you. So once that profile is top notch and you know your social selling index score is over 50 plus, then that's a good sign that you're doing the right thing. So with that said, the reason I have these three profiles up, these are three of our clients and how we're able to help them. One, Taz, she works with a lot of consultants. So she leveraged LinkedIn in her profile, Sales Navigator in her profile by really highlight who she's looking to do business with. And in her profile, let me go through it really quickly so you guys can see what I'm talking about. One thing that she does really well is she highlights in the about section some of the challenges that they're having, their clients are having, and how she's solving them. All right. The next one is Mark. So Mark is also one of our clients. He's an agency owner. He's in the SEO space. And the way he uses LinkedIn is by really focusing on the about section and highlight some of his success stories. Now, by just changing his LinkedIn profile, he was able to get a $12,000 clients by really just highlighting those key things and tap into his network. All right. Another one is Connie Pizarro, which is also one of our clients that we work with. And what she ended up doing with LinkedIn is basically by changing her profile, she's in a senior care space. She was able to get a $3,500 clients within 24 hours. Then after that, she built out a referral network of hospitals using Sales Navigator that helped her generate over 6 figures in business within 6 months. Now those hospitals referring business to her. So I give you those examples because the profile is by far top one thing to focus on when it comes to building that foundation. Once you do that and you have the profile set up, then the next piece is you want to build your content database. Somebody mentioned earlier, they wanted to know what to post, how to post, and this is very important for you guys. How many of people sometimes wonder, what do I post? How do I post? You can raise your hand or put a yes in the chat. All right, cool, cool. Okay, Kara, awesome. Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a really quick way that you can post a lot by not doing a lot. It sounds crazy, but first thing I want you to do is create a list of 15 questions that your clients, potential clients normally would ask you. And if you like, if that alone is kind of like you trying to wrap your head around this, go to the site. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the site, Answer the Public. If you've never heard of this site, go to this site. This is a really good site that can help you. And then I'm gonna take, let's do graphic design as an example. All right. And what Answer the Public does, I'm not logged in on my account, but what it does, it basically allows you to have tons of different questions that people are asking. All right. So now you're able to see graphic design. Oh, they're asking me to log in. So, but it basically allows you to get tons of questions that people are asking, what question that they're looking for. And now you could kind of literally pick out some of those questions and you could use those questions as a way to get in the door, right? So that could be your 15 questions. Now there's another tool you can use called Jasper.ai. How many of you guys ever heard of Jasper? All right, so Jasper, what Jasper allows you to do is kind of like a copywriter a little bit, right? Where you can literally just put specific keywords and it will write out the different posts for you. It's artificial intelligence. It'll train to write original and creative content. So that can help you if you're struggling with writing content. So think about those 15 questions that you want. If you could pick out specific keywords that people are looking for using Answer the Public and Jasper, now you can have those 15 questions written out. Then there's another tool you can use is vidIQ and the script. And if you are a video person, you can put the camera up and just answer those questions on video. Just do that. Then you upload those videos on the script. What the script does, it will help with the editing, but it will also add caption to your videos. So now you have video content, but it also transcribes them. So that same video content can be text content. And then you can pull out the audio. So one video is audio and text. Now, one piece of content can be published about 2 to 3 times a week in different format. Is that helping you guys? Let me know in the chat. Awesome. Yes, 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 yes. Now, this is really crucial because what that does, awesome, good, good, good. That puts you in a position where 15 questions is about 3 months worth of content because that's 1 question a week. That's about 15 weeks. You think about it, that's literally a quarter of the time. And if you spend now, let's say this weekend, write down those 15 questions and follow this format, all of a sudden you have enough content for January, February, March. So now is the best time to start preparing for next year. And all you have to do now is schedule them out because you've already done the work. So this is how you would come up with content and how you will stay relevant. And that same question is answered on video on Monday, and on maybe Wednesday, you have a text around it. It's the same thing, but you just tweak it a little bit. And on Friday, you maybe have an audio around it. So literally that same piece of content in 3 different formats. So people that listen or consume content different ways will be able to see it. And another piece that a lot of people don't take advantage of is when you go on LinkedIn, as an example, you could take that same piece of content and you could also turn it into a LinkedIn poll. So now you're asking their questions and give people options that they can answer around it, right? So that's, you're literally doing the same thing, but you're using different formats to put it out. So I hope that helped people that are looking for help with content. And you could do that once every quarter. So all of a sudden, 4 times a year, you build out your whole year worth of content. Good? Awesome. Once that's done, then you move to the next step. This is where LinkedIn Sales Navigator come in, right? So build your network. and I'm gonna go a little bit deep on here. Your network is your net worth. We all know that, right? It's who, not how. And you want to leverage LinkedIn, especially if you're in creative space. There's dozens and dozens of opportunity for you to collaborate, either with agencies, either with companies. And that's what you want to leverage LinkedIn Sales Navigator for. So you may wonder, okay, I've never used Sales Navigator. What does that look like? So one thing with Sales Navigator is it's not free. You got to pay for it. They give you the first month for free. And after that, it's $99 a month if you do month to month. If you do the annual plan, you save about 20%. So it's about $79 a month for the annual plan. Now, what makes Sales Navigator so exciting is the ability for you to target the right people, right? So you have your regular LinkedIn here. And then once you have Sales Navigator, it pops up on here. It looks something like this. And Sales Navigator really allow you to zoom in on the targeting on who you're looking for, right? And is it worth it? 100% if you plan on using it. If you're not using it, then I would just focus on posting on LinkedIn and nurturing your connection. But if you said, okay, I want to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, here is some of the things that you do first. First, how many of you guys have at least 200 to 500 or more LinkedIn connections? If you do, let me know in the chat. Yes. Awesome. So how many of you ever audit your connections on LinkedIn? Meaning that going through your network and figure out who's who within your network. How many of you ever audit your LinkedIn connections? No. I have never done that. Some of them. Okay, good. So here's what I want you to do. Once your profile is done, your content is created, I want you guys to audit your LinkedIn network. And I normally recommend you do that every 3 to 6 months, right? And what that is you go to Sales Navigator, you go to First Degree, all right? All the people you're connected with are gonna pop up here. Then you can kind of categorize them either by town or by their job titles or by their industry or even by what kind of content that they're posted, right? Then I want you to focus on figuring out, okay, how many of those people that's in my network now that are clients, partners, or potential clients? All right. So you have list A is clients. How many of them are clients? How many of them are partners, meaning people that can refer business to you? And how many of them are potential clients? Just from your LinkedIn network. You'll be shocked. We did this with one of our clients actually he's a physiatrist, and he found out that he has about 21 potential clients in his network that he never spoke with. So I normally recommend to do that because that's the lowest hanging fruits. Your past clients may have other opportunities for you to work with them. So right now at the end of this year is a good time to follow up with all your past clients, just to wish them a happy holidays and see how you can reconnect. Potential clients, opportunity to start conversation with them now, and partners, opportunity for them to refer business to you. So that's not even doing anything else, just focusing on auditing your current network to see how many of those people you have in there. Is that helpful to you guys? Yeah, so let me know in the chat, yes or no. Yep. Awesome. All right. Now let's talk about the second piece. Once you do that, that's when you want to start looking at expanding. So who would like to volunteer to pop up and share who's their target audience? And we can have some fun with Sales Navigator. Anyone want to volunteer? You could put yes or
why don't you go with Kara Lustig, since you said that earlier, and
yes,
start with her.
Yes. I know. I remember I said somewhere. I couldn't remember her full name. Hi, Kara.
Hi. I'm looking to target people who do location-based events or live events.
Okay. Live events. Now, in the U.S., outside of the U.S.?
In the U.S.
Okay, good. Now, what are some of the job titles of those people?
It depends, because it's mostly in the entertainment or like hotel industries, attractions industries. So it can be any. It's
So is it like the corporate event planner or event organizer or event producer?
Usually it tends to be somebody from a live events team, because at the places I go to, it tends to be a live events team, and it's usually called a location-based event. LB.
Gotcha. So their job title is location-based events.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
All right, let's see if we find that. Location event.
Or then live events sometimes.
Director, event location, strategy and planning. What are some companies that normally would do that? Like would like Rock Nation or?
Exactly. Disney, you'd have folk, Disney, Warner Brothers, those would be
Gotcha. Okay, good. So then what we would do a little bit different.
Like performance marketing. That's what I'm saying. Depending on the team, they will call it something else. Like the top guy has performance marketing, where somebody else will have live,
Now, is that for activations type of events? Or they're like experiential marketers?
Yeah, it's like experience marketing. Yeah.
Got it. So companies like Mosaic that does experiential marketing, that's massive. So would you work with the agency or the direct person at those companies?
I've done both, like, because I'll write the scripts. So I've worked with agencies to create scripts, or I'll work with the actual companies. Like I've worked with Nickelodeon directly to write live event scripts for their stuff. And then I've worked with agencies to write scripts. So it's both.
Gotcha. So Nickelodeon. Now, which one has been the most lucrative for you?
Working directly with the company is way better than an agency.
Okay, so working with like Warner Brothers Entertainment, Discovery, Game.
Like Nickelodeon's a current client, so and I work with several of their teams. So to get into somebody like a Warner Brothers or Disney would be awesome.
All right, so let's talk about Warner Brothers. There's tons of different Warner Brothers here. Which one would it be? The Discovery?
Warner Brothers Entertainment, probably.
Entertainment, good. And then we're talking about, let's just put live event. I'm just gonna put live just to kind of have to see what pops up. And then we're gonna try live event. Let's see what pops up. Are you open to share what's the job title of?
Let me look up what my LinkedIn, what my Nickelodeon person is.
Now, this is very valuable because then we can kind of identify what are some of those key job titles. Yeah. And what it will be great is because you're already doing some work in that space. Now it's really building out a list on Sales Navigator of similar companies. So you may not need 1,000+ people. You just need to have a list from each one of those companies. And you want to, when you're dealing with bigger companies like these, you want to have about 3 to 5 people minimum at each company that are within those realms. Like this person, Laura, she's the director of experiential marketing and events.
That's exactly who I would need.
She would be kind of like the person you want, right? But her job title is not live event, it's experiential marketing and events.
Exactly. And that's why I've always had problems, because you try live events, you try location-based market, events. That's not how it's listed. So to find them is kind of hard. There
we go. These are the 2 from Warner Brothers that you would want to talk with.
Yeah.
All right. So what you would do here is you will save these 2 in a list. And this will be kind of like your Warner Brother list. And then you do the same thing. I'm just going to put list. I'm going to put testing because I'm probably going to delete this afterward. All right. So now you will say again.
I took a screenshot.
Yeah. Then you would do the same thing for another company, right? Let's say you said you're working with Disney now, right?
No, I work with Nickelodeon. I'd love Disney.
Nickelodeon. Okay. Disney. There's a bunch of Disney. Which one we're looking at?
Oh, sorry.
Disney Parks, Walt Disney.
Why don't you go to the Disney
Parks experiences?
Wait, say that again.
There was also a Disney Media and Entertainment.
Disney Media. This one.
Yep.
All right. So Disney, since they like have a lot of different companies, I would try several different companies. And then I would also look at, see how experiential marketing and events is not popping up. So then I would add another one and put like event specialist.
Yeah, my Nickelodeon person is called a creative operations.
See, it's different in different one, right? Like this one, entertainment event specialist. That's the Disney person.
Yep.
Right. So all of a sudden now you have about 3 people from Disney. Well, 2 from Warner Brothers and 1 from Disney. Right.
Yeah.
That's step 1, is building that out. There's more, but we're just gonna kind of give you that first thing. Once you build that out, then you want to start identifying which one of those are posting on LinkedIn. And to do that, you can literally do a spotlight search, right? You could see people that posted in LinkedIn in the past 30 days. All right. And by doing that, LinkedIn will give you like live event producer. Look at that. Nash storyteller. Right. So that create another opportunity for you, because before now, here's the biggest problem a lot of people will do. The first thing they'll do, they'll start connecting with these people and just message them. That's where a lot of people fell through. What you want to do is those people that are the most active, you want to start commenting on their post. And you want to tag them when you comment on their post. Because now they start seeing your face. You do that about 3 to 5 times before you even thinking about sending them a message. All right. So once you do that, you have the list, you start finding out the one that are the most engaged. So you can start engaging with them on their comments. Then I'm going to give you guys something that nobody talks about. This is a tool that can save you thousands of hours. SmartWriter.ai. SmartWriter.ai does the research for you. It goes into each of their profile, find what's common about their profile, and really write out the message that you want to write based on the recent activity, based on recommendation, based on achievement, based on personalized. So now it will save you hours of research going through each profile, trying to figure it out, because you can use a tool like SmartWriter to kind of see, saw your recent post on LinkedIn about blah, 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 and it will write out the message for you. So when you're ready to reach out to them because you've been engaging with them, you already have your message ready to go. So this is why the planning side is so important, because if you can map this thing out and plan it out, now you don't have to spend 2 to 3 hours a day on LinkedIn. You can say, hey, on Monday, I'm going to spend 15 minutes just engaging to about these 15 people that I'm connected with by commenting on their post. On Tuesday, I already have the message that I'm going to be sending out that's personalized. So when somebody read it, they feel more connected to what you have to say, because they're like, oh, he actually or she actually read my profile. So it doesn't sound like a spammy message like everybody else has. All right. Is that helpful to you guys?
Very helpful.
Yes. So think about, this is just step 1. We're talking about Sales Navigator, identifying the people, right? Now, some of you may say, okay, I want to work with startups. I'm a brand strategist. There is this other piece of Sales Navigator called accounts. So leads is for people, decision makers. Account is for companies. What I love about accounts is I can identify, and I'll show you guys a simple example. Let's do computer software as my targeting. Like all these different targeting, they're very helpful. They kind of help you, save you time, because you can start searching. So software development, right? That's the type of company. So when you're looking at Sales Navigator, you want to look at location. You want to also look at industry, and you want to look at job title. These are some of the top 3, right? But when you're doing a search by companies, you want to look at industry, and then you want to look at location. But if you said, hey, I want to focus on company with money because I'm a brand strategist, so I'm a copywriter, then you do industry like software, then you do recent activity, funding in the past 12 months. It will show you companies that has funding in the past 12 months. Then you want to pick the company size, right? Because you want startups that are between 1 to 50 employees. And what I love about this is that it tells you how much money they raised. This company raised 21 million Series A. I mean, they're past the seed funding stage. They're looking to grow. They just got their Series A. They have to spend that money to help them grow. So if what you have to offer is valuable to them, there's no reason that you shouldn't be reaching out to them. Now, you have a company like Alchemy, who has 53 employees, who just raised capital. You want to read how to raise the capital, right? It tells you a MarTech series 4 weeks ago. So you're going to read this to learn about Alchemy, why to raise that type of money, how to raise that type of money. So you have an understanding of their story. You use Smart Writer to start identifying how you're going to create your messaging to reach out to people in that company. Then you start identifying people in the company that you should be talking to. All right. Do you want to start from top down with the co-founder CEO? Or do you want to find a person in marketing or in sales, right? Head of people, like who is the right person that you need to speak with? So you map it out. So all of a sudden that one company, you have 3 to 5 people in that company that allow you to get in the door. Is that making sense, guys? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good, good, good. Oh, I see we had a question. I have personal profile and a business profile and stitch on how to navigate it both. Should we put as much focus on our personal and business profile as well? Yamilka, I'm going to get to that in one quick second. I'm finishing up with Sales Navigator and I'll show you how you should leverage both. All right. Any questions on Sales Navigator? Is it powerful for you guys? Do you guys see, yes, this is something I should be using? Good. Awesome. I think I did my job a little bit. All right, let's keep going. Next. Yes, it is amazing, Vanessa. All right. Next, when you're dealing with Sales Navigator, the leads function is one of your biggest friend because you can categorize the people that you're going after, right? Like I build that quick list of Warner Brothers. Think about using the lead section where you have a list for Warner Brothers, you have a list for Disney, you have a list for each of the companies you focus on or the job title that you're focusing on. So now you can really see who's posting content, how can you engage with them, and you can kind of say, okay, once a month, I'm going to focus on reaching out to these people, but then over the past 4 weeks, week 1, 2, and 3, here's what I'm going to do. So now your time is allocated 15 minutes a day or an hour a week, however you structure it. This is how I'm going to be using LinkedIn. And this is how I'm going to keep track on what I'm doing. Because if you don't track it, you're not going to see what's working, what's not. All right. So once you get that going, and now you're getting contacts on LinkedIn, you're starting conversation, and you want to take those conversations off LinkedIn to a phone call, a Zoom, and so forth, and you start closing deals, then this is the next step. And this is where that could answer your question, Yamilka, is these are different stories of clients that we work with and how we help them use Sales Navigator. But once you do that, then you could leverage your company page. And what you want to do with a company page is you can invite those key people that's now part of your network to follow that company page because you're going to put content around that company page to create more brand awareness. Your personal page is a great way to start because you may not have any following on a company page yet, but once you grow and you start generating more business, you get to a certain level of growth, you may want to start leveraging the company page to kind of enhance that company brand that you have, right? By picking people from your personal network, invite them to follow the company page, they're able to see specific content. Now, the next level after that is the company page can be used to run LinkedIn advertising. So once you have profile content working, Sales Navigators working, you're generating revenue from LinkedIn, it's paying for itself, you're making good money, you want to add this section to it. This is the layover approach, LinkedIn advertising. What that is really putting gas on the fire. So how many of you guys are familiar or have seen any LinkedIn ads before? Okay, good, 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 good. How many of you have used LinkedIn ads before? Okay, all right. So I'm gonna show you where ads are exciting. So one, this is an ad. It says promoted. Anytime you see the company says promoted, that's an ad. This one sends you to a website, but I want to show you an ad that I love that I've used a lot. These are called lead gen ads. And the reason they're valuable is because they put you in a position where now you can get leads directly from LinkedIn ads. In addition to those nurturing that you're doing and the posting that you're doing, this is a predictable way to generate leads every single day from LinkedIn. So this company, they're doing an ad. This is an ad. They're giving something away, and anybody that download it becomes a lead. You can get the person email, phone number, and so forth. Now, why is this valuable? Well, guess what? All those content that you have, you can turn them into a guide. You can turn them into a case study, and you could give that to potential prospects. And you can target people on LinkedIn by companies, by job titles. Let's say Kara, who does the events, maybe she write 7 steps to blah, blah, blah for live event producers, and just target everybody that are live event job titles in the entertainment industry using LinkedIn ads. Now you're paying LinkedIn to get your message and your product in front of hundreds of thousands of people all at once. And anybody that's interested will open this form, fill it out, and now you can add them to your CRM system, you can nurture them, and you can even set up calls with them. So now you can book more business in the door. So LinkedIn ads, I recommend that once you're making money off LinkedIn, meaning your content is working and your sales navigator is working and you're generating revenue, that's when you want to bring in ads. Lauren, what were you thinking about doing today? I was just thinking about it. I was just thinking about doing this today.
I was just thinking about doing these downloads, like taking some of my freebies and turning them into downloads, just like what you showed. I was like, ooh, I think this is a good idea to like add people to my list. My newsletter list. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. This is an amazing way to build massive lists. Like we have clients that generate over 100 leads every single month from LinkedIn ads. Now the investment for the ads, just to make sure you guys are understanding this, is you want to allocate about $2,500 a month to run ads. Not saying you're going to use, not saying you're going to use all 2,500, but if you have a good offer and people love it, you don't necessarily need all of it. From something you generate through LinkedIn or on your site, it's right through LinkedIn. So they don't even leave the platform. That's what makes it exciting, because what normally happens is when somebody leaves the platform, you sometimes lose that person, so that reduces your conversion. But if they stay on the platform and all they got to do is press 1 or 2 buttons, plug in their phone number and basic information, and all of a sudden they go right through your CRM system, right into your emailing system. Now you have something that's massive, because you can build that list faster, right? And that list that will take you 2 to 3 weeks, you could do it in a day, because you've built that structure. But I don't recommend to do that yet, because a lot of people will put, $1,000 on LinkedIn and it doesn't work because they haven't built a strong structure yet. I want this to feed you. That's why I put it last. So once you have everything set up and it's running and you're driving revenue, then you can do ads, right? So these are examples of clients' ads: 172 leads, 342 leads, 27 leads, 138 leads. So different clients use ads to help them. So to kind of help you with ads, I have this checklist that you guys can use. Complete, right? A company page. This is because that's where the ads are running from. Analyze your competitors' LinkedIn ads. If you want to see competitors, if they're running ads, you could see what kind of ads they're running on LinkedIn, so you know how to position your message better. Set up your campaign manager, test your campaign, and then you can target by all this different functionality. Then some tools for you guys: Sales Navigator, that allows you to target anyone at almost any company. Jasper, like I mentioned, that write content. The Script, that does the transcription and add the caption. Smart Writer, that writes your emails for you. Wizza is another tool that helps you find emails of decision makers. And Crystal Knows, Crystal knows. Crystal knows. This tells you someone's personality and the best way to communicate with them. So some people are very direct. Some people are not very direct. Crystal knows allow you to determine if the person is direct or not. When you're sending them an email, it will tell you, oh, okay, you shouldn't write this email this way because that person, based on their digital footprint, won't respond to it. You should do it this way instead. So these are tools you guys can use. Most of us honestly don't have a lead problem. We have a presence or attention problem. We just need more people to know that we're here and that we can help them. And meaning we got to get more eyeballs on our business. It could be through content. It could be through Sales Navigator. It could be through ads, or all three altogether. So quick recap, build your foundation, targeting with Sales Navigator, put gas on the fire with ads. Can I ask all you guys the questions in the chat? Let me know yes. Yes or no, if I can ask all you guys. Yep, awesome. Have you gotten value from this so far? Thank you. Awesome, good. And how many people are missing out on money by not using LinkedIn for Sales Navigator? All right. And one takeaway, I want to do I'll pick a couple people to get one takeaway and then we'll answer questions. What is one takeaway from the session today? Amanda? I think you're on mute. You're still on mute.
Sorry,
there you go.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, for me, the quick takeaway was the Sales Navigator. I was really curious about the interface and what it looked like and how to use it. So that's super helpful for me. And I think I was sitting on the fence about using it, but I'm definitely going to be using it now.
Fantastic. You got it. Next, Libby.
Hi. Yeah. I would say all these tools and AI stuff that I had no idea existed, but was scarily interesting.
Good. Thank you. And then the last person, Emerald.
Well, I wrote down a ton of notes, but I think one of the things that struck me was just about the planning, to start planning things now to roll out in the new year. And then also following up with past clients around the holidays and wishing them happy holidays, to just kind of re-engage with them. So those are two things that I thought were really valuable.
Awesome. Thank you. There's a lot of money in past clients. A lot of us don't think about it. So that's why this month and next month, these are prime time for all of you to follow the first few steps that I shared in the presentation. Before you get any of these other cool things, do the basics that Emerald just mentioned. That's going to help a lot. And a free gift for everyone, if everyone interested, a LinkedIn strategy session with me. The link, I share it with Nancy. I can put it in the chat as well. Basically, you can book a time to speak to me to see how we can help you. We'll go through your LinkedIn, give you some tips, give you some advice. And then if we see an opportunity that we can work together, we'll share the different offers that we have at that time. And then we'll go from there. And my contact information, I'll share my screen again so you guys can see it.
We'll also be sending out
on LinkedIn. Say again?
We'll also be sending out all the contact information and all the links and the video and all that jazz. So you will get everything there.
Cool. And connect with me on LinkedIn, guys. Now, any last questions that I miss?
We had a question from Lauren who asked, do you use any automations like Octopus, or are they not as effective?
Good question. So I was one of the first partners for Octopus back in 2017. So it's a great tool. Right now, I don't recommend it because there is a more elevated tool like Dripify. But before you even think about using any of these tools, I think you should look into what I spoke about, Smart Writer, because the problem now, everybody's using these tools and the messaging is not as personalized. With a tool like Smart Writer, it will help personalize your message. And that way, when you reach out, it's more targeted. And Smart Writer kind of connect with LinkedIn and allow you to personalize. And then you can also send emails as well. So it will automate hours of research, send personalized email, and help you get a higher open rate and so forth. So follow the plan that I mentioned that can help you get going. And then, yeah, so that's it on my part. Any additional questions?
I have a question. So what is your first, when you get all these people and you say, okay, I've got 5 people I want to contact, whoever it is, what is the first thing that you do with that person? What is the first message that how you reach out to them?
So first thing I do is I look at what kind of posts that they have on LinkedIn.
Right.
And then I also look at who recommended them, you know, like what's the recommendation look like? Because somebody's recommendation tells you a lot of information about them, what kind of person they are, or they're hardworking and so forth. Then the next step I do is I will like and comment on their post and tag them. And I'll keep it at that. I'll come back a week later because Sales Navigator will give me a notification. They got a new post. I'll do the same thing again. And then I'll come back a third week and do the same thing again. Now I've done it 3 times, and then I send an invitation to connect. The invitation to connect message varies based on what I see on their profile. Because in my case, I'm not looking to connect with a lot of people. Right now, for my business, I have 2 groups that I work with a lot, agencies. So it's always about collaboration, and then specific companies that I want to work with. And that comes down to, hey, I review your LinkedIn company page. I noticed that you're not running LinkedIn ads while one of your competitors is. Here's a quick video on what you can do with LinkedIn ads that can help you. And at that point, they'll tell me, you know, hey, this was great, or we're not interested. We don't want to invest in anything like that right now.
And how do you find out what their competitors are doing? Is that something that Sales Navigator does? Or
well, it's very simple. Matter of fact, let me show you. One of my specialties is LinkedIn ads, right? So if I go, I'm going to take a company that we all familiar with, Google.
Okay.
I can go to Google. I can go to post. I can go to ads. I can see what kind of ads they're running right now.
Oh, okay. So easy.
Yeah. So that's part of my research. So I'm able to identify what kind of ads they're running. So I kind of know what to say and how to position my messaging. Now I'm working with a couple of financial advisor firms that are starting to run ads on LinkedIn. And I would go to a company like Fisher Investment that they're all familiar with. And I literally will show them, hey, your competitors is crushing it on LinkedIn. They're running all these ads and they're getting so many different potential clients to fill these forms out. And you're missing out on that opportunity. That's how we got one of our newest financial advisor client. I just show him this. And then he's like, oh, okay, let's test it out.
That's great.
Yeah.
I just have a quick question about what you just said. Like you get a notification that they've posted. Is that, so if you're following that person in Navigator, like, is there a way you kind of flag them, or they just have to be on your lead list?
So once you add them to your lead list,
okay,
you'll be able to see what's going on with them.
Okay.
So then all you got to do is check the lead list and you'll see the notification that that person just put out a recent post.
Okay.
Do they end up coming into your feed more, or you just rely on Sales Navigator for that?
Because let me go back to show you guys. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Sales Navigator homepage. It tells me everything I need to know.
Okay.
I can sort by relevance. I can sort by the latest, right? This company posted a new article. This company posted a new video. So I'm getting all these data points right here. So that's how I know what's going on. And I can bookmark some of the alerts so I can follow up with them if don't have time to do it right now.
Great.
Awesome.
Any
additional questions?
One last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyone?
Good, good, good. So you guys are all expert now.
Amazing.
I love it.
Amazing. So we'll send out the video recap, etc. Very soon, and I'll send all the links with that.
Fantastic. Thank you for having me, guys. You guys have an amazing day. And I got to go get some lunch. Later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.